Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Monday, August 5th, 2024. I am Uriah Kiser. I'm the publisher of Potomac Local News. And thank you for coming on and joining us this morning for just a brief overview of what we're working on for today. It's been a busy 24 hours in terms of news for us. We broke a big story. We'll get to that in a second. But first, got a couple announcements that I want to get to. First and foremost is a new sponsor that we have on Potomac Local, and we really do appreciate the local businesses, the mom and pops that we work with, because that is why we are here. We are here to support those businesses in our community that create jobs and help make our community stronger. Our new sponsor is NV Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. They are based in Manassas, and they cover all of our area. So Manassas, Manassas Park, Prince William County, Stafford, Fredericksburg, Fairfax, Loudoun. They will, if you are in Maryland, they will go into Maryland. There is a wide range of areas, and there is a wide range of services that they provide, from basement waterproofing to shoring up floors to fixing foundations. If it has to do with your basement, give them a call now for a free inspection estimate. They are there to help, and I really thank them for supporting our work, and please support them. If you know the rain, we have a busy week coming up with weather. It's going to rain. We have what is a hurricane tropical storm Debbie expected to affect our area, and so now is the time to be thinking about your basement waterproofing to make sure your home is ready to go, as we are looking for a lot of rain this week. I mentioned it was a busy 24 hours for us, and that is because we broke yet another story about this ongoing situation at Quantico Marine Corps Base. State Senator Tara Durant told us over the weekend that she is privy to information that at least two other illegal immigrants intruded on to Quantico Marine Corps Base on May 3rd. And so May 3rd is a date because that is the same day that two other Jordanian nationals were arrested at Quantico after military police said they posed as Amazon delivery employees and then rammed their box truck into the vehicle barriers. They're called vehicle deniers. And those two Jordanians were arrested. They were processed in by ICE. And as of last week, they have been released on bond. A judge in federal court released them and gave them a scheduled hearing date in September. So both Jordanian men identified as Hassan Hamadan and Mohammed Dabos. They were in the Alexandria Federal Courthouse on July 22nd, and they were their charge is allegedly trespassing on a military facility. Charges was carry up to 6 months in prison and a $5,000 fine. And as I noted, that judge released both men on bond and told them to come back to court in September. So this story, it continues. It seems like there is always some sort of new development in this story. I'll tell you, this is not the first time that we have heard additional reports of trespassers who are in the U.S. illegally, who have been arrested at Quantico. Now, I think it's important to tell you that in this most recent story that we posted yesterday with information from State Senator Tara Durant, we asked Quantico for a comment. They had nothing. They did not get back to us. There was no comment from Quantico. I will tell you that, as I was just saying, the other instances that we have heard of illegal immigrants being arrested on base after the two Jordanians were arrested on May 3rd We have tried to track down those leads, and we have asked officials to include Quantico for comment, and we continue to get no comment on this. And so it wasn't until we really badgered the base for a comment back in May, when during the first initial the arrest of the two Jordanian men for that story. We finally got a comment from the base after days of asking and requesting a statement. So so this story that we just ran, the one I just showed you, it's a state senator telling us this information. She is elected. She's Tara Durant. If you're not familiar with her, she's a Republican. She serves in the Virginia Senate, and she represents a district that includes Stafford County, Fredericksburg, and Spotsylvania County. And if you look at pictures of Governor Glenn Youngkin, she is normally right there with him. She is really close with the governor, and so I felt like this story, given her as the source, was strong enough to run with at the story stance, as we like to say in the journalism arena. It's also important to note that shortly after the two Jordanians were arrested, Governor Youngkin did request a briefing from the White House on what had happened. And so far, as far as we know, that briefing has never happened. And the governor's office has not released any additional information on that request that they made. The governor went on Fox News on a national audience and wanted to get those answers and told Fox News that he had requested that. So he did that the same day he was in Stafford County for an event, bill signing. And on that very same day, he made that announcement and went on Fox News. So that being said, we will continue to cover this story, this Quantico story. We are the ones that broke it, and we will continue to listen to you, those who have information, those share information with us. We will keep asking for comment of those in charge and continue to bring you the latest information on this developing story, because Quantico is a big deal in our area. Some 17,000 people come in and out of that base on a daily basis, have something to do with Quantico. And if it's not on base, it's off base as well. As you know, there are so many different offices and facilities that surround Quantico, and it has major tenant commands on the base. Not to mention, it is the home of the FBI Academy. And so that is why we will continue to ask for answers on this. We think that you deserve answers, as we are here living next to, and some of you maybe on Quantico, those who are serving. And thank you for your service. So coming up later today, what do we got? We've got on our site a good story about let's see. I'm going to share my screen one more time with you so you can see what I'm seeing. So Manassas Park Community Center is closed for the week. You'll be able to find out why. It looks like it is open this week. I'll take that back. The community center will close next week for scheduled maintenance. You'll find out more details about that on our site. And there's a good story about the Fredericksburg Food Co-op and their additional benefits that they'll be launching. You can read about that. If you're not familiar with the Fredericksburg Food Co-op, you should check it out. It's a really neat place. And one other story that I'm working on is an interview that I did last week with the Stafford County Animal Shelter, which has simply been overrun with animals. And so what they are seeing, it's a heartbreaking situation to see so many animals come and flood the area, and they are running out of room. And one of the most disturbing things that we're hearing is that these owners are surrendering their animals because they simply can no longer afford to take care of them. That's one of the major reasons why these animals are being surrendered, because the cost of food is too high. Some of the owners got the pet during the coronavirus outbreak, and they were home. And now since the coronavirus outbreak has changed and we have gone back to school, we have gone back to work, we have resumed our lives. Some of these pets no longer have a home because the lives of their owners have changed, and so that leaves Stafford County, and it's not just Stafford. It's shelters that are all over our area. We talked with Prince William County 2 weeks ago. They're experiencing similar situations. I was at the Park and Boarding in Manassas last week for a brand new business ribbon cutting. They board animals. They're located right across from the city animal shelter, and so many of the people who I spoke with at that event continue to tell me that the situation for animals in our area is dire, and they continue to come. We are receiving animals from from would-be kill animals that would otherwise go to kill shelters in places like Mississippi are coming up to Virginia and looking for homes. So, and the rescues are they're swamped as well. So the county shelters are swamped. The rescues who are there normally to take dogs and cats off their hands, they're swamped. It is a dire situation. And so we'll have that detail with you on PotomacLocal.com. And hopefully you'll be able to open up your home and help out one of these needy animals if you so can. Look for that story. That's it on that are the update for now. Have a great Monday, and we will talk with you soon.